It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington, D.C. as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Verizon Center. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. And that's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And the Wizards on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. This game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
Yeah, and as far as the regular season goes, this is as good as it gets. This truly, to me, is the definition of a rivalry. I mean, the game between these two teams has always been special.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen a ton of great games between them in the past. It's hard not to get amped up when they face each other. I've been looking forward to this one for a while.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Heat, Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. And it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Dishes it to Dang. Puts it up from 15. The offensive rebound. Back to Dragic. Outside Dang. Wade right side. Here's Bosh. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And, you know, we saw Chris Bosh really ramp it up with the 3-ball last season. I mean, we frequently see vets do that. LaMarcus Aldridge is a recent example. Extending your range is a great way to keep playing at a high level, especially as you enter your 30s.
We're talking about Chris Bosh working on that three-point shot. Last year, he launched nearly 4 threes a game, while most of his career, Greg, he shot less than 1 a game.
Yeah, and Kevin, it's a blessing and a curse at times that he's shooting more threes. The blessing is that it makes Bosh so much more difficult to defend. The curse is that he shot his lowest percentage from the field last season since he was a rookie.
Washington with the ball. Here's Oubre, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. To the middle, poked away. Oubre with the steal. It's stolen by Dragic. In transition, here comes Miami. This one for 3, and it's Bosh, that time on the assist by Whiteside. 6 points for Chris Bosh.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Oubre can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Bosh kicks to Whiteside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Temple. Wide open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Temple's got it. first bucket in this one.
My goodness, since when does he score off the crossover? Now I've truly seen it all.
And there's the pass to Bosch. From 12 feet out. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. That's now 8 points for Chris Bosch.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Now, here's Wade. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go. Dragic kicks to Wade. Back to Dragic, to the inside. Here's Whiteside, and the layup's good off the glass. Whiteside's got his second basket of the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
It's stolen by Dang. And it's Wade penetrating. And that one's good. Wade's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Gortat with the screen for Wall. It's rebounded by Bosch.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
And one thing the box score doesn't show us is how many points came as a direct result of those turnovers. But I think it was a huge factor.
Washington making some changes. Chris Humphries has checked in for Oubre. Gary Neal comes in for Garrett Temple. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. And a new group in for the Heat. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Udrih in for Goran Dragic. Now, here is Humphries. An 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
The Heat leading by 8.
And for Chris Humphries, last year was a chance to sign with a playoff contender. The Wizards turned out to be even more than that, with the 4th best record in the East. And Humphries helped them to get there, averaging about 6.5 boards per game.
Here's Haslem. Neal pulls it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Gortat inside, guarded by Green. And that one's good by Gortat. Getting back to Humphries, he was rolling pretty good last season, but a late-season groin injury, Clark, cost him the final 16 games.
Yeah, terribly disappointing for Chris because he had become an important part of that front court rotation. He was up to almost 20 minutes a game before he went down.
Here's Udrih after marching Gortat's bucket. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. And Sessions kicks to Gortat. Haslem against Humphries. Over in the corner, Dudley. Lock at 6. Nice ball movement by Washington. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Washington shooting their first free throws of this game.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Humphries. Humphries hits them both. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside, Green. Here's Haslem, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Count the bucket.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
There's 25 seconds left in the first. Here's Udrich. He's covered by Sessions. That's short off the rim. From deep, Neal. Bosch grabs the miss. Ball going up court.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Heat lead by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Heat.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Gorchard is out there with Humphries. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Wall. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. And Wall. Here we go now.
And, guys, what about Dragic's defense? I mean, he gets a lot of praise for his offense. Excellent anticipation and lateral quickness help him stay in front of his man when defending the ball. He's got a unique ability to recover if he's beaten initially, too.
Ball's knocked loose. Back to Dang. The tray. Rebounded by the Wizards. Here's Temple. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando. Humphries, no good. Back to Goran Dragic. He's one of those guys which seems to relish the challenge of defending a great player, Greg. His confidence and fearlessness overrides his lack of power and strength in many cases.
You know, Kevin, he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder. Very fiery and competitive. He will never back down nor make excuses.
Temple, the pass to Oubre. The kick out to Wall. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Dragic dishes to Dang. Pass to Whiteside. They kick it out to Green. Puts up a 3, and that one's good. And the Heat lead by 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Picked by Humphries. And Temple kicks to Humphries. That's good. Humphries has got 6.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
The Heat leading by 6. Wade outside. He dishes it to Whiteside. Wade outside. Dang. And that is good. Dang's got his first 2 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working hit inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Kicks it to Humphries. Puts it up from 12. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Now, here's Dragic. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Dallas.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Wall draws the double. Here's Temple. Off target from outside. For Miami, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And that one's good. Green's got his second basket of the night.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Washington calls timeout.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely re-embedded himself as a player.
Washington making some changes. Jared Dudley's checked in for Humphries. Gary Neal comes in for Oubre. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. And a new group in for the Heat. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Whiteside. Wash comes in for Luol Deng. Winslow's checked in for Gerald Green. And it's Udrich in for Goran Dragic. And for Gerald Green, and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And here's Wade. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. The feed to Bosh. From outside the arc, Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Temple kicks to Dudley. Here's Neal, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And let's go quickly to the 2K leaderboard to see the ratings of the best passing 2 guards in basketball. In the 3rd spot, Dwayne Wade.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, and it may often be overlooked, that skill at the shooting guard position, but if you think back on the all-time greats at that spot on the floor, they were all fantastic passers. Almost all were fantastic passers.
The first free throw is good. Neal hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Miami leading by 3. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And they played with such tenacity on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off of them when they go on offense.
And I think you've got to give all the guys credit. I mean, plenty of credit to go around. You can't just highlight or pick out 1 or 2 guys that stood out, because everybody did defensively.
1:03 left in the second quarter. Miami leading by 3. Udrich, the pass to Haslam. The 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Gortat's got 4 rebounds in this game. In the corner, Neal with it. Shoots off the step back. Can't get it to go. The Heat go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Last time they met was in Miami.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Bounces high off the rim and drops. Now just a 1-point Miami lead. Miami's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Winslow kicks to Haslam. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
There's Neal with the 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Miami ahead, up by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what do you think the team needs to do differently on the defensive end in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity. We just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a big-time first quarter from Chris Bosh. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, their passing was impressive. They're in a good position to win this game, in large part because of those assists. And this is the thing. You win as a team in this league. You have to share the basketball to succeed. And if they carry that level of unselfishness in the second half, they're going to be tough to beat.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
They need to turn up the defense intensity. They let the game get taken to them instead of the other way around. Coming out in the second half, they got to play with a chip on their shoulder, Ernie. You know, don't get pushed around on D. It's payback time.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
What a great game for Bosh in this one. 10 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Dang in at the small forward. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's Bosh. Gortat with the steal.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
Temple. Knocked away.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Wade against Wall. Wade dishes to Dragic. He kicks to Whiteside. 5 on the clock. Shot from the top of the key. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 5 rebounds tonight. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Dragic with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. feeds it to Bosch. Fires the three. They get the rebound. Here's Whiteside, and he banks in the layup. Whiteside's got 6. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
That's good.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
And finished off by Oubre.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Dang for 3. Here's Whiteside. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Whiteside's got 8 points.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback. And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Gortat. Heat also with the sub. Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Temple kicks to Wall. Lays it up and banks it in. Wall's got 7 points.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And it's Green missing. Wizards leading by 4. To the left wing. Humphries with a screen on Green. And the dunk by Humphries.
And Kevin, plays like that. Really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Timeout called, the Heat. Gary Neal's checked in for the Wizards. Winslow's checked in for Miami. And here are the Heat now. They trail by 6. Dragic, the pass to Bosch. Back to Dragic. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Whiteside's got 6 here in this quarter. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
A different look for Miami. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Udrih in for Goran Dragic. And that one falls for Wall. And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Hasselma screen. Buda with 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Wall dishes to Neal. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Green against Wall. 13 feet away. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Green. And Wall kicks to Dudley. Oubre passes to Wall. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. And Washington making a change here. Sessions is checked in. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Dudley dishes to Sessions. Shot clock at 6. Got it from 16 feet. Sessions has got his second bucket.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
They kick it out to Green. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
The Heat shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And that one misses. And he sinks the second. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. And Neal kicks to Gortat. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
6 seconds left in the third. Here's Green. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And the final period of play just about to start. The Heat trail by 8. Sessions out there with Garrett Temple. Then it's Gary Neal. Then there's Jared Dudley. And it's Gortat in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Washington's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Dudley with it, and Bosch picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound. Wade outside. He feeds it to Dragic. Pass to Bosch. To the paint. Stolen by Dudley. Here's Neal. Down low. Here's Sessions. No one near him. Another one falls for Washington.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And that one's good by Bosch.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Sessions passes to Temple. Here's Neal. He's covered by Deng. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Chris Bosch.
Shooting for Washington, Gary Neal. Taking 2 shots.
That's good for Neal.
You look at what Neal has done so far. He has 8 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
The Wizards making a switch here. Wall's checked in. Neal hits them both.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft. You to focus on getting to the rim. Let's look to attack quickly. We need high percentage shots. Move the ball around and make the defense rotate.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Oubre's checked in for Washington. And that one's good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Wall against Dragic. Here's Gortat. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 8 rebounds in this game. Wade dishes to Bosch. Dragic with a wide open look. And the 3 off target. Wizards leading by 8. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Dragic comes with the double team. All with it. And Bosch picks him up defensively. Oubre cannot hit. Now the Heat take it the other way. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Wall against Bosch. Deng up top. Back to Bosch. On the clock. Shoots it up. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's Oubre. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Dragic kicks to Deng. The dish to Whiteside. Rebounded by Temple.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And another miss by Washington. The Heat trail by 8. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Both good from the line that time.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Verizon Center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
The Heat trail by 10. Rockets the pass to Dan to the right side. Snatched away. Here's Temple to the paint. Lets it go from 11. That's good. And that's now 6 points for Marcin Gortat.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
It's tipped. Gortat with the steal. Here's Wall. Rockets with some nice D. For Miami, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now it's mid-range jumper heavy.
Gary Neal's checked in for Garrett Temple.
And for Wade and his change in style, I really felt it was a necessity. Guys his age can't continue to hit the floor as often as he's used to and expect to make it all the way through the season. They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
And, you know, in general, back to Wade now. All the greats evolve and add to their games as their careers move forward. The best way to stay relevant in the NBA is by adding to your game and honing your skill.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Wizards.
Yeah, you can see me and Clark, Steve, shaking our heads. Yeah, this has got to be one of the most rewarding wins they'll have this season. Clark, they could have easily gone quietly, but they fought back so hard.
Kevin, I love the resilience we saw there. I mean, it really is an indicator of character that when the situation was at its worst, they were suddenly at their best.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Gortat. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
We've seen John Wall handling his business. 12 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric. And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes professional athletes look like they are stuck in mud.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphreys comes in for Jared Dudley. And Sessions subbed in for Oubre. And that one's good, Sessions.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
You're talking about Wall's burst. He can go end to end in seconds. Clark, you're amazed. You said he's a blur.
Yeah, rack to rack in a nanosecond is what Wall can do. I mean, his speed is something special.
And that's a foul called on Beno Udrih. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. And so here is Miami. Pulls up. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Shooting for Washington.
He misses the free throw.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Nine seconds left in the game. Passes it to Richardson. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
This was a complete performance we witnessed here tonight, Ernie. Hey, Shaq, check this out. On offense and defense, don't you think he led his team better than anyone we've seen in a long time?
Yeah.
He's got to be worn down because all that effort on every possession, it'll tire you out.
There are 2 types of point guards, Ernie. Kenny would know nothing about that. He shot the ball every time he touched it. Anyway, the guys who keep everyone involved and the guys who can do it all for themselves. He's a great distributor. He's always going to get his assists, but when they need someone to take over, Wall's the guy.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.